one, what did we do? If you really want to see what has happened, some of you might have missed the session of day 1 and day 2. So what you can do, go back to the YouTube channel, and there the classes of day 1 and day 2 are there. Okay, so you can get the things from there. Now let's recall of day 1 and day 2 together. We talked about these things. We talked about the change from the physical classes to the online class. We talked about the importance of 24th March 2020. We talked about the prohibition of some of the economic activity. We talked about the essentials which continued during those 24th March 2020, and we also talked about the backbone of the economy, that is modern bank, which continued or kept its activity alive during this prohibition time. We also discussed about the bird's eye view of MBM, that is modern banking management syllabus, and also I told you why modern banking management. I gave you why modern and why management, not just banking. I also talked about this. Then yesterday in the day 2 session, I talked about the life without banks, right? This is what we discussed. I asked you people to imagine your life without banks. What could have happened if there were no banks? Okay, knowingly or unknowingly, I think each and every one of us are using the banking service. From the baby, right to the to the person who is aged, each one of us are using the banking service. You can ask me how this baby is using the banking service. Just think, as soon as the baby is born or the child is born, parents open up a bank account in its name. Correct? They start saving a very small amount of money for its secured future, for its future, isn't it? And how the aged person, how is he making the bank service? Obviously, whatever he has earned, he keep it in the bank for his later life, isn't it? So from till our birth till our death, I think each and every one of us are using the banking service. Do you agree with me or not, students? Yes or no? And yes, and when there were no banks, how we were in the system of barter system, and till where we have come, till we have come to the age of the cryptocurrency, even though cryptocurrencies are not recognized by the government, but future is going to be the cryptocurrency. Everything is going to happen through the virtually, that is through the mobile phone, through the computer phone. Will not have these paper money going forward. So with that, let's start with the next session or the next topic of the day. Let's understand the importance of banks. We learned that banks are inevitable for our life. But how did this bank made? Why this bank is required? How it has made our life convenient? What is the importance of bank? Let's understand point by point, and let's take the first point of the importance of bank now. So the first point. Yes. So the first point, India. Agree? It's a developing country. Yes. If India wants to become a developed economy, okay, and India is the 5th largest economy in the world. By 2019, it was declared so. Beating even the UK and France. It was considered as the 5th largest economy of the world. Okay, it's back in 2009, but now it has flipped because of the economic condition, because of the COVID situation. But still, if India wants to become a developed economy, wants to be one among these developed economy, what do you think is one of the requirements? There are many requirements, but there is one such requirement, that is investment. Investment, a huge amount of investment, which gives a very high rate of investment. So that is what is required here. And this investment with good rate of, high rate of investment, if a country has got this, you can say that the country is a developed economy. So this rate investment and high rate of investment is called as capital formation. Investment, good amount of investment in a country with a good return on it, you can say that country has got a very good amount of capital, right? And the next slide. Now, what is this capital formation? What do you mean by this? Capital formation with that investment. If a country has a good amount of capital, if a country has a good amount of investment, what it can do? It can create capital goods. It can create capital goods. What is capital goods? It is nothing but making of factory machines. Okay, buying of trucks, big, huge trucks, machines, and the vehicles out there. And also building new factories, So with that investment, with that capital, what you can do? You can make the machine, you can buy the trucks, you can, build a new factory over there. That is capital formation. That is capital goods. Now, what you can do with this capital goods? What you can do with this capital goods? Tell me. With the capital formation, with the capital, with the investment, you had made machines, you have built a factory, you have bought a truck over there, okay, the big transportation facilities and all. What you can do with this? What you can do with this? You can make products, you can make goods which we in our life are using, which you all people are using there for you to run your day-to-day life or to make your life smooth or go easily. So that is being made possible by those capital goods. And at the same time, it gives you services. What do you mean by services? How those, just an example, how those goods have come and has reached you. It's all because of the transportation service, the warehouse facilities, right? Warehouse andre where the goods are stored. Okay, there are some goods, whatever is being manufactured is kept in the warehouse there, and there are insurance facility. All this comes here with the capital goods, right? So either with the capital goods you can make the product, you can make the goods and deliver the services. So for this capital formation, for this investment, what is required? What is required? Required is money. What is required? It is required money. So I'll come back. If a country wants to be a developed economy, to be a developed economy from a developing economy, it needs to have a lot of investment, a lot of money there, and that is called as capital formation, with which it can make a capital goods. And from with the capital goods, you can see the example, nothing but the big machines, buildings, and all these are capital goods with which you can make the product and deliver the services. So capital formation, investment is nothing but it is money. So next thing is that now, so capital formation is nothing but money, money, money. So keep this in mind, nothing but investment. Now, the next thing is that now, where to get this money for a country? How it can arrange it? So friend, what is one of the source for it? See our country's population. It is money is available or it is with us, with the people of the country. Do you know the population of India? Can somebody tell me what is the population of India? Please tell me the population of India. Do you know the population of India? The latest number. The latest number is a GK question. Okay, very good. Somebody came up. Sandeep, yes, you're right there. Yes. Satvik too. Very good. Nikita. Yes, go ahead. Yes, people. So somebody said crores. How much? How many? How much is that? Okay, so everyone is coming up here. There are some are very near to it, and some got the exact number there. Well, the population of the country, that is India, is it's 1.35 billion. That is 135 crores as of March 2020. Okay, this is the population of India, and I'm asking from where you get the money for the investment for a country, right? So it is because of the people of the country. So we people have got the money. I'm not saying that each and everyone will be earning here or will have the money. There are exceptions to it. Okay, there may be, you can exclude the small children, babies, or some age-old people, physically challenged people, please exclude them because they won't be earning here. Okay, so whatever we earn, we spend it. Correct? We spend it, and to meet our basic needs or to meet our daily expenses, we spend some amount of money. So after that, small amount of money is saved with you. It is there available with you. And again, here there is also an exception here. Everyone will not save here. There are a group of people, they said that it is from hand to mouth. That means they earn whatever they earn in a day, end of the day, they get their wage and they spend it at the end of the day. So they don't have any money left with them. There is no small savings with them. So leave them aside. Exceptions are there. But still there are other people who has got this small savings, correct? What they do with this money? What they do with this money, tell me. Where they keep it? Right? So this question keep in mind now. This is part one of it. So I'm talking about the capital formation, which requires money. So we get money from this people, that is from us here. And what do with we people do with this money? Let's take to now. These are the great businessmen of our country. Top businessmen of the India and even the world too, you can say that. These people have become a great businessman because of the beautiful ideas, the innovative ideas they have got in their mind. Okay, they got beautiful ideas in them of starting a innovative business or starting up a business. So now what they can do with this idea, they can do all these things. They can start a factory, whatever goods, whatever service they have, they sell it, and out of which they what they do, they make the profit. Okay, and not only that, they say sell it internally, they export it too, and at the same time they give job to the many people in the in the country, right? So but now they got the idea. With that idea they want to do so many things, right? They want to start, they want to give job, want to export and everything, but they have got this shortage of fund. They don't have that much money. So for a common person, you to start a big factories like that, they need lot of money. There are many avenues they can get the money, right? But now they have the shortage of fund. Now let's club together. The question is that from where to get the money, from where to get the money. So now club the part one of the question. So people have small savings, what to do with that money, and these business have got the idea. Now there is no money. Now from where to get the money? Okay, so these two questions, let's solve these two questions now. Okay, so the next thing is this. We have people on the one side, we have got these great business people with the innovative idea on the other side, and one has got the surplus money and one has got the shortage of fund there, right? Agree with me? Yes, are you there with me, students? Right? Right? Okay, tell me, you agree with that? People have surplus money and people have the shortage of fund? Very good, Kaveshri, you're with me. Next, yes. So next thing is that we need a mediator now. Why, tell me? These people, we people don't know who want the money. We can't go to people and keep asking, do you want money? Do you want money? I have a surplus money. You can't do that, right? This is such a big population we have got there. And even these people with a shortage of fund, even they can't do it. I'm in need of money. Please give me money. They can't go door to door and knock at the door. Please give me money. I want to start a business. I have a idea with me with which I can want to make the goods and service. Sorry, they can't do this. This will take ages if they go door to door and ask for the money, right? So they requires a mediator. They requires one single person who can join these two people, the common people and the business people, one with the surplus money, one with the shortage of fund. So these two has to be, joined together. We require a mediator. What this mediator can do? This mediator will collect this surplus money and will give it to whom? Will give it to this business people with a shortage of fund. What these people will get, what we will get in return for giving the surplus money to this mediator, we get the interest. What these people have to do for getting the money, they have to pay the interest, isn't it? Do you know who plays the role of this mediator in our country? Who plays the mediator? Very good. Exactly, Swaroop. It is our banks who plays the role of the mediator, who will, will stop us from going door to door saying that, do you want the money or I need the money? We do need not have to do all these things. It's the bank who put or bring these two people together and make arrangement for the money. So bank plays Students, please be on line or in the meeting. I'll be back in 5 minutes. There is an internet issue here. Just stay in the meeting, please. Thank you so much. Thank you for your patience. Students, sorry for the disturbance. Can you hear me now? Please say confirm yes, please. Students, can you please confirm me? Am I audible? Okay. Am I my PPT visible? Okay. Thank you so much. And sorry for um, the disruption there. I'm going to take another extra 10 minutes here so that I know for the last minutes over there. So I will complete few topics and it will be followed by your next session, that is the DT session. Okay, so going forward, we were talking about the importance of the bank, and we were talking about the two questions there. The first question is that people have money, what to do with it, with that, and people have, the shortage of fund. The second category of people has got a shortage of fund, and they requires a mediator who will connect these two people, the surplus with the shortage of funds, and that is how the capital formation is being helped by the savings of we common people. So just remember, the lesser the saving, the lesser capital formation, less investment. Okay, so that's why banks do encourage for more and more savings, or saving habit among the people. As a result, lot of investment happen, and that investment can be made use in the form of capital formation. We can make capital goods like machines, buildings, and all these things, and deliver the capital goods and the services. Okay, so this is what is our first point. This is how the banks has helped in the capital formation of the country. So the first point, please make note of it. Banks helps in accelerating the rate of capital formation. So this is point number one. Importance of bank. Point number one, accelerating the rate of capital formation. Moving on to the second point, that is, having money is not important, but that needs to be managed, right? Do you agree with this? With this statement, with here, having money is not important, but needs to be managed. Agree, people? Just confirm. Okay. If you're in my physics class, I could have asked you how, but there is no two-way communication. But let me tell you something. The thing is that there are people who will be working over the years. They work for 40 years, 30 years, so long. At the end of the day, if you ask them how much you have saved, if there is any emergency or something like that, they'll be struggling with the money to arrange the money. Okay, so they have worked like so hard, worked like a donkey, you can say. Okay, sorry, with the due respect to the donkey over there, katte tara kelsa martare, but at the end of the day, they don't have the money. Okay, so donkey work very hard, so a lot of respect to it, but still people, even after working so hard, they are not left with money because they have not managed it, they have not invested properly, they have not saved it properly, right? Agreed? So this is what I can say. Having money is not important, but needs to be managed, because people earn, but end of the day they don't have the savings there. Okay, so the next one, I will repeat the points later, Sharanya. I'll come back with the points later. So now, having money is not important, but needs to be managed. Now, so what is saving, people? What do you mean by saving? It has to be saved. So my first statement, the money has to be saved. What do you mean by saving? You earn, right? You spend. After meeting or your basic day-to-day expenses, what is left, you save it. That is what you can call it as saving. Why do you need it? For your future financial well-being, for your future. Okay, we need this saving. But this saving is being totally disturbed by our spending habits. There are a lot of things, factors that influence our money spending. That is your high standard of living. The people around us keep influencing us. We will not be satisfied with a small thing, or we want to upgrade ourselves. As a result, that high standard of living around the people make us spend more and more money. Okay, nowadays you can have take an example of a mobile phone. It does the basic function of we want to receive call, you want to make call, and maybe you want to receive the messages. You will get a phone with the 1,000 rupees, but people still go for a higher version, which is 1,000, 50,000, 80,000 worth mobile phone, isn't it? So high standard of living influence our spending habits. At the same time, the attitude Our thinking also makes our spending habit. We need to have this. Okay, if you don't have this, this is your thinking habit, this is your attitude towards a particular thing. It also make you spend more and more money. At the same time, the inflation. What is inflation? Inflation is nothing but, earlier for rupee one, you used to get 20 chocolates or 10 chocolates or 20 chocolates. Nowadays, for rupee one, you get only one chocolate. The rising prices also make us spend a lot of money, right? So what you should do, we need to strike a balance between our spending and the saving, and we first save first and then spend afterwards, right? The next thing, this is one part of it. Why do we have to save? Why it is important, right? For our future well-being. Next thing is that, do you know that our savings and economic growth go hand in hand? Because I think in the first point I said, because of our saving, because there is an investment, and the investment lead to capital formation, isn't it not? I said it is because of the banks, it's because of saving, the India or the country has got a very good capital over there, with which what it can do so many things like this. With a good amount of investment, you can go for a technical innovation, you can go for a large scale production, and make the best use of the scarce resources which is lying in this world, right? And increase the output. You have more capital, you have more investment. What you can do, you can increase the output, you can solve the problem of inflation and unemployment. More and more jobs can, with the a good amount of capital, more factories can be started, employment can be given there, and helps the domestic entrepreneurs with the capital. Even the domestic entrepreneurs of our country, the new businessmen of our country can be given this capital, can be given this money, right? So savings and economic growth go hand in hand. So well, students, for the nation's economic development and for your personal well-being, one needs to have a better saving habit. We all need to have a saving habit. That's why save first and spend later. Even in your life, even you are a student now, you're not earning, but still you get your pocket money from your parents for, to meet your daily expenses. Maybe start it as a practice. Okay, start it in a very small way. Out of the money received, keep some amount aside and start this habit. This is really good for you because habit will never leave you. Even the bad habits, even the good habits, if the once a habit, it will be there in your life throughout. If you want to leave it, it's really difficult to leave it. For example, the smoking, it's a habit, it's a bad habit, it's so difficult to leave. If you really want to leave it, you find it really difficult to leave it. But saving, it's a good habit. It can, you need not have to leave it, right? So start this saving habit, a good habit in your life, because it helps not only you, but also the nation's economic development is also being encouraged here. Now, the next thing is that, now, saving habit, I'm talking about this now. The main difference, the next thing, the main difference between the rich and the poor. Do you know what is that? Why rich are rich, why poor are poor? Because one of the reasons why rich are rich, poor are poor is that rich have a better habit, that is nothing but a saving habit, a very good investment habit. It's because of that reason rich are rich, but poor are poor. One bad habit of poor people, or the people who are living below the poverty line, is that they earn and spend it at the end of the day. They don't save it. That's the reason why they stay still in that poverty line. Okay, so still, yeah, there are other reasons, but this is one of the reasons I'm talking about. Now, that's the reason why. But now, who can help you? Saving habit can be achieved by a good banking habit. So whatever you save it, start putting in the bank there. So having your bank account open, put it there. Because if you keep it in your house, you will be tempted to go and fetch it, take it and spend it. So what you can do, you can have the saving habit achieved by a good banking habit, and which is being, you can do it by opening a bank account. Thus, this is made possible. This banking habit, the saving habit is been made possible by our banks of our country, by creating awareness about what? About the basics banking among the people. There are people still in the country who are earning, who don't have a bank account till date. They don't have a bank account. What they do, they earn it, spend it, that's it, and keep the money in the house. This is what is happening. The bank of our country, the modern banks of our country, they are creating awareness among the people there. Okay, so there is a program by named Financial Inclusion, been started by the commercial banks of our country. What is this financial inclusion? You know this? Have you heard of this word financial inclusion? Financial inclusion. Have you heard of this word, my dear students? Say yes if you have heard of this word, financial inclusion. You will, you'll be really surprised. You are all know it unknowingly, but yes, many saying no. Financial inclusion. I see many knows there. But when I say, when I come up with an example, you will say that yes, ma'am, we are aware of this because it's a part of the financial program. Let me say, what is financial inclusion? Financial inclusion is nothing but making each and every individual of the country, okay, have a bank account, okay, making them available all the banking products and services, making them aware of each and every banking facility. For example, what is unit banking? It's a single bank, okay, giving lots of various products and services. Could be a branch banking. That is nothing but, take an example of SBI. Head office is there and got lot of branches in each and every corner of the city and in the rural areas, right? That is branch banking. Online banking, making the people know about the online banking so that they don't have to visit the bank. Then comes the mobile banking. What is mobile banking? Using your mobile phone, use of plastic cards, debit cards, credit cards, ATM machines. So how you can fetch the money, go to the ATM machine, making these people aware of the banking product and services, because still people are scared to use our banking services. This is financial inclusion. This is a program. This is an initiative taken by our banks. So this is how banks create a saving habits among the people. This is the second important point. Bank help us in creating the habit of savings by gathering, by mobilizing the small saving of the people, which in turn help in the capital formation. Have you heard of this one? Then how did bank do it? This is with the help of a program which is being initiated by Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. Have you heard of this word now? I got answer one already there. Manjunath, I think. Very good, Manjunath. Have you heard of this word now? Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana? Yes, see now, you're getting, yeah, you're saying yes. This is one of the financial inclusion program of commercial bank. This is being initiated actually by the government of India on 15th August 2014, inaugurated by who? Who inaugurated this Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana? Come on, quick. Yes, 15th August 2014. Yes, who inaugurated this? Who got this program into to the in state? That is Prime Minister Modi is the one who got this Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana as a part of the financial inclusion program. Do you know what happened because of this? There were many people in the country who were not having the account, and bank helped them, created an awareness among the people about opening of a bank account. And as a result, do you know what happened? Do you think how many accounts could have opened? Can you just imagine? Can you just imagine how many accounts could have opened here? Yes, any idea, my dear student? Well, my dear student, it led to the opening of 1.5 crore account in not just month, it's just 1 week. In 1 week, so many crores of account got opened, and that became a Guinness World Record, saying that the most bank account open in 1 week as a part of the financial inclusion campaign. Isn't it great? So thus, we can say that bank plays a very important role in our life. This is the beauty of the bank. This is the importance of bank. It creates a habit of saving. I think by this, you will all will start saving the money. Whatever you get from your parents, whatever you get from your relatives on a different occasion, a small part of it, start saving it, my dear student. This habit will never, this will help you a lot in your future. Okay, so next thing, we'll move on to the next point of importance of bank. Okay, the first point, let me repeat, those who have missed it out, help in accelerating the capital formation of the country. Okay, that's the first importance of the bank. Second importance of the bank, create a habit of saving among the people. I'm taking the basic points of the importance of the bank here. Next one, the third point is that, let's see, there are different sectors in the economy. Okay, Indian economy is not happens with one sector. There are many sectors. You can see that different sectors contribute to the Indian economy there. All this can be put in the three sectors. Can you name the three sectors of the economy, mainly the three sectors? The three sectors. Okay, so moving on, the three sectors, I got the name. Sri Harsha is saying primary, secondary, okay, and a mixed one. Okay, I agree with you. Sandeep also, tertiary sector, somebody is saying Sri Harsha, agrees Sri Harsha. And yes, the three sectors are primary sector, secondary sector, and the tertiary sector. So all these sectors contribute to the Indian economy. The next thing is that, what do you mean by primary sector? What exactly is that? It is nothing but, exploiting the natural resources, or you can also say that extraction or the production of the raw material comes as a part of the primary sector. For example, the main example could be agriculture, rearing of the animals. Okay, all this comes in the primary sector, and some of the sectors of the primary are considered as the priority sectors. Okay, they are called as a priority sector. The reason is that we get a lot of income from this sector, but this sector is being neglected. They have not given any timely or requisite attentions by the many of the financial institutions. They have been neglected, but central bank government of Reserve Bank has made sure that these priority sectors, have not been neglected there. So what they have done, they have set a target here. They have set a target. So they have made it compulsory for the commercial bank to give finance and credit to these important priority sectors of our country. You can see the names of the priority sector. Could be agriculture, could be small and medium enterprises, export trade. All are considered as a priority sector. One there is agriculture too. So bank are being made compulsory by the Reserve Bank of India and the government of India that 30% of the money what bank has, the net money what bank has. For example, let's see that, let's take a small amount here. Bank has got 100 rupees. Okay, now bank has got this 100 rupees. Out of 100 rupees, bank has to set aside a certain amount of money. For example, 20 rupees as a called as SLR, statutory liquidity ratio. Okay, CRR, credit ratio, all these things. This is being said by the Reserve Bank of India to meet the contingencies, to meet any financial calamities, any financial problem come to the bank. They should keep aside this first 20 rupees aside to meet their any kind of problems. Okay, I'm saying it in a very simple terms here. We'll talk about these things later, about the SLR, all these things. So out of the 100 rupees, 20 is kept aside. What is left out, my dear student? Out of 100, 20 is kept aside because it has been made compulsory by the RBI. 80 rupees is left. In this 80 rupees, bank has to give compulsorily 40% of it, or 40 rupees of it, to this priority sector. This is the role of bank here. Why? For the upliftment of these priority sector, because they contribute a lot here. They uplift these priority sector here, because a lot of income come from this side here. The next thing is that, let's see the next one, the secondary sector. Do you know what is secondary sector? Secondary sector is nothing but converting the raw materials into the final product. It could be all the manufacturing units. You can see the example, sugar, brick, all the manufacturing units come in the secondary sector. The last one that comes, the tertiary sector, or you can say that it's nothing but the intangible goods and all these things like entertainment, retail, insurance, banking, all these things come here. When you think that primary sector is being so helped by our bank, you think that secondary sector and the tertiary sector will be left out? No, bank help all these sectors, primary sector, secondary sector, yes, and tertiary sector will helped by our banks by offering various kinds of finance and various kind of credit. You can see that agriculture loan for the constructions and equipment loan. Then there is a business loan there by ICICI Bank, educational loan. Then comes the import export. In order to promote that, you got the Exim Bank supporting export import of the country. Then how they are done, how they are paid on the basis of requirement, maybe a long-term requirement, maybe for a period of 5 to 10 years, maybe a medium-term requirement for a period from 1 to 5 years, or for a short term for a less than 1 year. The money is being financed to these people. Money is being financed to various sectors of the economy. Thus, we can say that the third important role of the bank is that it facilitates finance and credit to the different sectors of the economy, my dear student. So we learned 3 points today: the importance of bank. First one, accelerating the capital formation. Second one, it creates a habit of saving among the people. And the third one, it facilitates finance and credit to the different sectors of the economy. Okay, thank you, my dear student. And I really appreciate your patience here. I had a difficulty of internet issue today, but you all were with me for this wonderful session. Thank you so much. I would like to conclude day 3 of my session today. Let's all catch up tomorrow, and I want you people to recap not of day 3 but from day 1, day 2 and day 3. All has to be recalled tomorrow. I'm going to ask question tomorrow also. Thank you very much and have a great day. And please note that it will be, you take a 10-minute break now, sign out or log out, come back again, come back fresh. Okay. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Have a great day. Thank you.
Yes, people. Good morning. Am I audible? Can anyone confirm me in the chat box? Video clear? Screen visible? Oh, awesome. Thank you, Nikita, for confirming. How are you all? Hope you are doing great. If anyone has not joined it, could you please inform your friends also to join? Okay. So just a quick recap, guys. So what we discussed yesterday. So we just recalled what happened day before yesterday, then like why tax, what are the types of tax, and then we looked into an important definition. The definition was basically who is a person as per the income tax act. And who is a person? Basically person includes your individual, HUF, local authority, AOP and BOI, then partnership firms including LLP, company, and any other artificial juridical person. So today let us see another important aspect called as uh, charging section. Okay, so what is this charging section, guys? Okay, see, the law is been made now. There is an income tax act. First, the income tax act should create a liability upon its citizens. Correct. So first you have to create liability, only then you can ask the people to pay tax. Correct, right? For example, I purchased one laptop from a shop called Pi International. Okay. I received some laptop and he gave me an invoice. At the moment I receive invoice, a liability is created upon me to pay 50,000 rupees to Pi International showroom. Same way, there has to be some provision in the Income Tax Act which creates a liability upon its citizens. Okay, so Sri Jana K, we can't hear your voice. Others, can you please confirm? If you are not able to hear, can you please click on that connect via device audio option? For others, is it audible, or for all it is not audible? Fine, right? Yeah, super. So there is one section called as section number 4 in Income Tax Act, which is called as the charging section. What is the objective of this section? This section creates a liability to pay tax on the citizens. Okay. So I am not reading the Bare Act. Okay. You are very small kids. No, if we directly bring the Bare Act on your head, then bouncer ho jayega bhai. So what I have done is like I have just simplified this in a table like this. Okay, so what exactly your charging section says? So it simply says tax shall be charged at the rates prescribed for the year by the Annual Finance Act. Okay, you have to pay tax at what rate? They are not telling. They are telling the rates will be prescribed in the Annual Finance Act. Yesterday I had told you what is Annual Finance Act. It is nothing but your annual budget, which is presented by the central government. Next sentence it says the charge of tax is on every person specified under Section 231. Okay, who should pay tax now? The tax is charged on whom? It is on every person. Okay, now question comes to your mind, sir, who is this person? Person ka definition we saw yesterday, correct? Individual HUF. The moment, in many of the income tax provisions, you will be seeing this word. Every person, every person. The moment you see every person, chaka chaka anta nim brain ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಉಳಿಬೇಕು. Person means not only individual, it includes company, partnership, HUF, POI, everything. Okay. So at what rate? Rate prescribed by the budget. Okay, 10%, 20%, 30%, 40%. Like this, the budget will specify the rates. On that rates, who should pay? Every person. Okay. Now, person is again defined under Section 2, Clause 31. And payment of tax on what? In case of indirect tax, you are making the payment on every purchase or sale. Correct, right? But in case of direct tax, making payment on what? Okay, the tax should be paid on your total income. So the third sentence is tax is chargeable on the total income earned during the previous year and not the assessment year. Okay, you know tax. It is chargeable on the total income. So now question comes to your mind, sir, what is total income? Okay. And then there are two more terms earned during the previous year and not assessed. Sir, what is previous year? What is assessment year? What are the exceptions to it? I'll be telling it in next slide. Okay. So, how to compute this particular tax? The same provision says tax shall be levied in accordance with and subject to the various provisions contained in the Act. Various provisions we are going to discuss from this semester, your third semester to fifth semester. We are going to discuss all the provisions. Okay. So, charging, just remember, see, because when I spoke to many of the graduates, they were totally not aware about this charging section. Okay, it is not even there in the textbook. So just remember, charging section is section number 4. What it says, tax shall be charged at rates specified in the Annual Finance Act, and the tax shall be levied on every person specified under section 2, clause 31, and it is chargeable on the total income. So now let us see what is a total income. Okay, so ये होता है बेटा total income. Don't like a layman, don't think that total income is aggregate of all the income. No, it is not like that. Okay, now your income is broadly classified in 5 categories. Okay, kitna category bolo? 5 categories. What are those categories? What are the ways through which you can earn some income? Okay, first way of earning some income is you go and work somewhere as an employee. Let us say Shashank joined Big Bazaar to work there on a part time. Okay, so now Shashank is called as employee and Big Bazaar is employer, and whatever amount Big Bazaar pays to Shashank, let us say on a monthly basis, Big Bazaar is paying 5,000 rupees to Shashank, that is called as salary, or it is also called as wages. So whatever income you receive, from your employer is called as salary, and that is the first source of your income, or that is the first head of your income. Then let us say you have one beautiful house, okay, and you are not staying in that house. What you will do? You will let it to someone else to occupy there. Tell me, are you so kind enough to give it free of cost to that person? No. What you will do? You will take some rent from that person. Correct, right? Your house, you are giving it to someone else to use that. Correct. And you are collecting some rent from that person. So the second source of your income, or the second head of your income, will be rental income. In income tax, it is called as income from house property. Okay, so we are going to study each and everything in detail. This is just a brief, guys. So first head is salary, second head is income from house property, just your rental income. Then let us say someone is doing business. Okay, now Pi International. So what are they doing? They are doing business, buying and selling laptops, computers, home appliances. Okay, so when they trade, what happens? The moment they sell something, they have to pay GST, that is indirect tax. But let us say when they are selling something, obviously they have to buy something, right? They sold at 100 rupees and they had bought it for 80 rupees. Tell me how much is the profit? It is 20 rupees. 20 rupees is called as their profit, or it is also called as income. Correct, right? Because 100 rupees whatever they received, is it their income? No, Baba, no, because in 100 rupees, 80 rupees he has to pay to someone else from whom he purchased the laptop or the goods. Correct, right? How much is remaining with him? Only 20 rupees. So this 20 rupees is his net income. and that is classified as profits or gains from business. Okay, let us say somebody is not doing business. Let us say doctor, chartered accountants, lawyers. What are these people? These people are called as professionals. Do they earn any income? Yes, obviously they will be earning some income. Correct, right? So the CA's income and doctor's incomes are classified under the head profits or gains from business or profession. So in short, we call it as PGBP. So PGBP is your third source of income or third head of income. Now, I'll tell you one more thing. Okay. You had a house, right? From your house, you were receiving some rental income. Rental income is classified under income from house property. Let us say you had purchased that house for 1 crore rupees. Okay, you purchased that house for 1 crore rupees. Some 5 years ago, you had bought it, man. Now, suddenly you decided that you will sell off that asset. Okay, or you will be selling that house to another person. You sold it for 1.5 crore rupees. Tell me how much profit did you make? 50 lakh rupees. Correct. Tell me, is it an income from house property? No, because it is not the rental income that you are receiving. The whatever income you received is the consideration for your house, selling the house, not for letting out the house. So then where to classify it, sir? So you have to classify it under another head called as capital gain. Sir, why it is called as capital gain? You might have studied in accounts a term called capital asset. Correct, right? So to earn some income, to earn some rental income, you are having some asset with you. What is that asset? Your house. And today you are discarding or you are selling your asset itself. Correct? So when you are selling some asset and you are getting some profit or income out of it, that income is classified under the head capital gains. Now, let us say there is a pipe factory, Sri Rama pipe factory. Now, pipe factory will have some machineries. Machineries are assets for that pipe factory. Now, let us say they are selling the normal pipes. Selling pipes is the ordinary course of business of Sri Rama pipes, correct, right? Whatever profit they make by selling pipes is classified under profits or gains from business or profession. Tomorrow, let us say they sold the pipe manufacturing machine itself. The entire machine was sold to someone else and they made some profit. Where you have to classify it? You have to classify it under capital gains because that machine is a capital asset. Selling and buying the pipe manufacturing machinery is not the ordinary course of business of Sri Rama Pipes. Their ordinary course of business is selling pipes, okay, not the pipe manufacturing machinery. Did you understand till capital gain? So our fourth source of income or fourth head is capital gain. These are the four broad categories. Now, if there is any other income which does not fall under any of these four categories, then you will push it to income from other sources. In your exam, you will write no others, etc. Same way, here also there is one more head called as income from other sources. I will give you an example for that. You have 1 lakh rupees with you. If you simply keep it in your pocket, will it give any benefit for you? No, right? So what you do, you will go to a bank and keep it as a fixed deposit or you will deposit it into one savings bank account. Now, the moment you keep money in bank as FD or SB or RD, you will receive something called as interest. Correct, right? Is interest your salary? No. Is interest the rent receipt for your house? No. Is interest your ordinary course of business? No. Is interest consideration for sale of a capital asset? No. Then where will you classify it? You will classify it under income from other sources. Second example will be, let us say you own 10 shares of Infosys Limited. Shares सुना है ना बेटा? अरे भाई शेयर इसे शेयर इन दी शेयर कैपिटल ऑफ कंपनी करके पीयू से रट्टा मारते आ रहे हो. हाँ. So you have some shares. For every share, you will receive something called as dividend. Corrected. So dividend, is it income? Yes, it is an income. Where will you classify it? You will be classifying it under income from other sources because it will not fit anywhere else. Correct, right? You kept some money in a post office savings bank account. Post office savings bank also will give you some interest. Where will you classify it? Income from other sources. Now, let us say you were doing some betting match, okay? And India versus Australia match or and you were doing some betting, and you won the bet. Correct. Now, did you earn some income? Yes, correct. Where will you classify it? Income from other sources. You bought a lottery, and using lottery, you won the lottery actually, and you got 1 crore rupees. Overnight, up crorepati ban gaye. Did you earn some income? Yes. Where will you classify it? Is it your salary, house property? No, correct. Right? You will classify it under income from other sources. Correct. Did you understand this, guys? Now, the total of these, 5 heads is called as gross total income. From income from salary, you might have some, amount. Income from house property, you might have some amount. Then PGBP, you might have capital gains, you might have IFOS. That is income from other sources, you might have some income. So put together, we will call it as gross total income. Okay. The moment you have arrived at gross total income, from that, you will reduce some amount called as deductions under chapter 6A. Sir, what is this deduction under chapter 6A? This is a kind of tax benefit given to the citizens. Okay. Deductions के लिए एक separate chapter है. I had shown you in the syllabus on the first day. The last chapter for this semester in direct tax is deductions only. We will separately deal with it. Just simple example is purchase of a life insurance policy. If you are buying some life insurance policy, you can claim it as a deduction here. You will reduce it from the gross total income. Now, the moment you reduce, deductions from the gross total income, you will arrive at total income or taxable income. Okay. तो बताओ total income का मतलब क्या है? Total income ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Total of your 5 heads: income from salary, income from house property, profits or gains from business or profession, capital gains, income from other sources. Total of these 5 heads is called as gross total income or GTI. From GTI you reduce deductions, and after the deductions, whatever figure you arrive at, that is called as total income. Simply remove the word gross, and what remains is total income, or it is also called as taxable income. Any doubt in this slide? कोई doubt है क्या बेटा? No doubt. Let us go back to the previous slide now. देखो. Look at the third line there. On what? Okay. Tax is chargeable on the total income earned during the previous year. Did you understand what is total income now? Okay. So total income. On that, you apply the rates. 10%, 20%, 30%, whatever rates are prescribed by the budget. Budget में जो भी rate दिया है, उस rate को apply करो on the total income, and you will arrive at total tax liability. How much tax? Total income into tax rate, you will arrive at total tax liability. कितना tax pay करना है? Okay, there is one doubt from Lavanya Rao. Sir, will office rent be included in income from house property? It depends upon the situation. Okay, let us say, for example, me, I have 2 properties. Okay, one property I am occupying, another property I have given it to one chartered accountant to run his office. So it is obviously let out for official purpose. But my, ordinary course of business, is it letting out the property? No, 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 no. Okay, I'm a teacher here, correct, right? So my, consultancy fee or salary, whatever, that is classified, and whatever rent I receive from that particular CA, that is obviously income from house property. But if it is, let us say, Mandavi builders, brigade builders, what is the ordinary course of these real estate companies? Building, constructing some houses or constructing some office premises, either giving it on rent or selling it to someone else. For Mandavi builders, the ordinary course of business itself is to give the properties on rent for official purposes, correct? Right? In that case, their income is, rental income is classified under profits or gains from business or profession. But for me, is my ordinary course of business giving property on rent? No, 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 no. My ordinary course of business alag hi hai beta. So in that case, it will be still, even though it is not for residential purpose, even if it is for official purposes, it will be classified under income from house property only. Ravanya Rao, is your doubt cleared now? Okay. Sir, okay. और कोई डाउट नहीं है बेटा. Hope it is clear now. Now, next आते बेटा. Total income आपको समझ में आ गया. Now, there is, on what you just see that tax is chargeable on total income earned during the previous year and not the assessment year. Okay. Sir, what is this previous year and assessment year? Let us see. Okay. क्या होता है बेटा? Previous year and assessment year. Before that, let me explain you, assessment. What is assessment? You may not have heard this word altogether. You know what is assessment? So I just made a calculation here. You observe that, here, into or star marks I have put. So those are basically amounts. When I do this calculation, I am the common citizen of this country and I'm a taxpayer. When I do this particular calculation, I refer to this as computation of total income or calculation of total income. Now, just like how every college has a principal, every law will have a corresponding officer. For the purpose of Income Tax Act, there is an officer called Income Tax Officer. Okay. Now, when the same calculation is done by the Income Tax Officer, we call it as assessment. Okay. देखो बेटा, assessment is defined under Section 2, Clause 8. क्या बोलते हैं वो? This is the procedure by which the income of an assessee is determined by the assessing officer. Assessing officer का मतलब क्या है रे? Income tax officer. Simply officer जो भी income tax commissioner का ऑफिस में बैठा है ना, वो बंदा, when that particular person is determining your total income, it is called as assessment. I will tell, like, I have earned so much salary, I have earned income so much. Somebody should sit and verify that, right? Is it correct or not? मैं झूठ बोल रहा हूँ क्या? They have to verify that. When the assessment officer verifies my document, or when he computes, that particular procedure is called as assessment. Assessment is nothing but simply procedure of determining your total income and the tax liability. Did you understand this, guys? Can I move further? Okay. Now let us move to another concept called as assessment year and previous year. Okay. Section 2, Clause 9. It means the period of 12 months commencing on 1st April every year. The period beginning on 1st April of one year and ending on 31st March of the next year. Okay. Sir, first let me clarify one thing. Income tax is an annual tax. Sir, what is this annual tax? Annual matlab kya hai re? An yearly tax. Okay. So I just showed you there salary income, house property income, capital gain, everything. Salary is paid on a monthly basis. Correct, right? So let us say this month Shashank received, let us say 1 lakh rupees salary. Immediately he received, oh, are bhai, this month I received 1 lakh rupees salary. On that, the tax rate, specified under the Finance Act is 30%. So 30,000 rupees, I'll directly go and deposit it to government. Does it happen like that? And suddenly assessment officer comes, this month he earned, so let me now verify. No, it doesn't happen like that. Then will you assess on a quarterly basis? No. Will you assess on a 6 monthly basis? No. you will assess income tax on a yearly basis. Okay. So from 1st April of any year till 31st March of the next year, whatever is the total income that he has received, it will be aggregated, and then on that the tax will be paid. Did you understand this? So income tax is an annual tax. That means the assessment happens on a yearly basis. Okay. Now, for you, let us say the assessment year says no 1st April to 31st March, correct, right? So let us take the example 1st April 2020 to 31st March 2021. Take this as an assessment year. Okay. Now, what is previous year? Section 3 defines that. Okay. It means the financial year immediately preceding the assessment year. So if I take 1st April 2020 to 31st March 2021 as my assessment year, what will be the previous year? Which will be the year previous to the year mentioned above? It will be simply 1st April 2019 to 31st March 2020. Okay. You beta, why are you telling sir like assessment year, previous year, all these concepts? Very much required. Since I told it is an annual tax, what happens? Every assessee or every person earns the income throughout the previous year. Okay, in my case, which is the previous year, 1st April 2019 to 31st March 2020. He will keep on earning. Salary ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತದೆ, house property ಇಂದ rent ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತದೆ, profit ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತದೆ, business ಇಂದ 1st April 2019 to 31st March 2020 continuously income ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತದೆ. Will he assess ಎಷ್ಟು ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಪೇ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ, ಮಾಡೋದು ಏನು ಅಗತ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. The moment 31st March 2020 is over, he will suddenly look back, okay, look back and see how much income I earned during the last year. Okay. See, now 1st April 2019 to 31st March ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ immediately ಏನು ಬರ್ತದೆ? 1st April 2020. On 1st April 2020, he will look back and see how much income I earned in the last year. Then you do all the assessment, how much income I had from house property, salary, do all the calculation, go to government and pay the tax. Okay. So there is something called as general rule of income tax. What is the general rule of income tax? Income of the previous year is assessed and taxed in the relevant assessment year. Okay, income of the previous year is taxed in the relevant assessment year. Tell me, is the concept of assessment year and previous year is clear? What happens? In one particular year, you will earn income. Which is that year? It starts from 1st April and ends on 31st March 2020. Will you pay tax or will you assess tax in that particular year? No, you don't have to do that because income tax is an annual tax, right? So 1 year full income anna ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಎಷ್ಟು earn ಮಾಡಿದಿರಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು go to next year and then you look back and analyze, okay, how much income I earned during the previous year, how much tax I should pay. So just remember assessment year and previous year. Is the concept clear? Can anyone reply me in the chat box? If it was physical class, I could have seen your face and understood whether you understood or not. But it's online class, right? आपका चेहरा दिख नहीं रहा है बेटा. हाँ, clear, super, amazing, good students, man. Any doubts so far? Amazing, done. Now, for all the kind of persons, for all kind of persons, this general rule will apply. Okay, yes, it is clear. Okay. You will earn income in previous year and you will pay tax. Now, one more question. For your exam, which assessment year is applicable? Which previous year is applicable? For your exams, your upcoming semester exams, which will be held in January 2021, your assessment year will be 1st April 2020 to 31st March 2021, and the previous year will be 1st April 2019 to 31st March 2020. Okay, समझ में आ गया क्या बेटा? Super. Now, there are some exceptions to this general rule. Okay, this is a general rule. All persons should follow this rule only. Previous year assessment year. But there are some exceptions to it. What are the exceptions? Let us see. Okay. First one. If there is any discontinued business, okay, let us say Pi International, okay, Pi International, they did the business for 6 months, okay, from 1st April 2019 to, let us say, 30th October, they were doing the business, and suddenly they discontinued that business or they closed that business. Now, 6 months they earned income, correct, right? And when does their previous year end? 31st March 2020. Generally, when should they pay? On or after 1st April 2020. But logically, you tell me, if at all, Pi International is a company, immediately after the discontinuation of the business, they will liquidate the company. All directors will move to some other places. And if it is a partnership firm, what happens? Then the entire partnership will also get closed. These people, after closing the business, one guy may move to America, one guy may move to Australia, one guy may go to China or somewhere else they can go. Correct. If government waits till 1st April 2020, that is after 6 months of the ending of their business, do you think our Indian taxpayers are so honest that they will, that fellow will come back, the partners of that, Pi International will come back, one guy from China and America, and honestly on 1st April 2020, will they pay tax? So we are not so sincere, right? So what government has done, if you are discontinuing any business, then this previous year assessment year concept is not applicable to you. What you have to do? Whatever income you have earned in the previous year only you have to pay the tax. Okay, you should not wait till assessment year because government loss में फंस जाएगा बेटा. इसलिए if you have discontinued business, you cannot opt the benefit of waiting till assessment year to pay the tax. Is it clear, guys? Now let us move to the next category of persons for whom general rule is not applicable. Income of person or persons likely to transfer property to avoid tax. ये क्या होता है? मान लो currently in India, for individuals, okay, for individual human beings, if you are having a total income कैसे कंप्यूट करना है पहले बता दिया है. If you are having a total income of less than or is equal to 2.5 lakhs per annum. How much? 2.5 lakhs, 2,50,000 per annum से नीचे है आपके इनकम ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇದೆ. At that particular time, you don't have to pay any tax. Your tax rate is 0. You are exempt from paying tax because your total income is less than 2.5 lakhs. This is the current rule. Now, let us say, I have a salary income of 2,50,000. Should I pay any tax? Reply to me in the chat box. Should I pay any tax? I only have salary income of 2,50,000. When my total income is obviously 2,50,000 only. Should I pay any tax now? Reply somebody. Lavanya Rao is saying yes. Why should I pay? Because up to 2.5 lakh I don't have to pay करके government ही बोल रहा है. Then why exactly I should pay tax? I don't have to pay any tax. Okay, because my income is less than 2.5 lakh. That is the basic exemption limit. Now, just remember, chalo beta, if you are an individual, if you are having a total income of less than 2.5 lakh, less than or is equal to 2.5 lakh, you don't have to pay any tax in India, any income tax in India. Now, let us take another scenario. Okay. I also have one house. Okay. And that house is let out to someone else, and I am receiving another rental income of, let us say, 2.5 lakhs. Okay. I'm also receiving another income of 2.5 lakhs. Now, what is my total income? Salary 2,50,000, हाउस प्रॉपर्टी 2,50,000 put together कितना हो गया 5 lakhs. Okay, should I pay any tax now? Yes, I will have to pay. There is one more concept called rebates. Okay, actually in the current scenario you don't have to pay, but it is a very very challenging concept. I'll be explaining it in later stage, rebate concept. But as of now, the moment I am above the basic exemption threshold, the moment my income jumps above 2.5 lakhs, I become a taxpayer, or I may have to pay tax. So what I will do now, let us say my wife does not have any income. Okay, she's not receiving any salary, she's not receiving any rent, she doesn't have any capital gain, she doesn't have any FD in her name. What will I do? I will tell my tenant, Arey Baba, what you do, tomorrow onwards, you pay the rent to my wife, not to me. Okay, but here there is a problem. House is in whose name? ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ಮನೆ ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ಅವಳಿಗೆ ರೆಂಟ್ ಪೇ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಟೆನೆಂಟ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾನೇನ್ರಿ? ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ, ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ದಿ ಓನರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಟು ಮೈ ವೈಫ್. Okay, it is not a gift given by me to wife. It is not that I love her so much. ಆತರ ಏನು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. Only to avoid income tax. Okay, so what happens here? The moment I transfer the ownership of this particular house to my wife, he will be collecting the rental income of 2.5 lakhs. What will I be left with? Only salary income of 2.5 lakhs. Correct. Now tell me, what is the income of mine? Only 2.5 lakhs. What is the income of my wife? He has a rental income of 2,50,000 under income from house property. Should I pay any tax now? No. Up to 2.5 lakh, I don't have to pay any tax. Should my wife pay any tax now? No, because even she is also falling below the basic exemption limit of 2.5 lakh. Both of us are not paying any tax now, or government. So there are people who do this kind of transactions. The moment assessment officer comes to know, because if you have to transfer the property, obviously you have to go to registrar's office and register that property, right? Simply you cannot the invoice all raise ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಮನೆ ರಿಯಲ್ ಎಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ನೀವು ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಆಫೀಸ್ ಹೋಗಿ ಸ್ಟಾಂಪ್ ಡ್ಯೂಟಿ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಟ್ ದಟ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೈಮ್ ದ ಅಸೆಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫೀಸರ್ಗೆ ನೋಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ, ಅವರಿಗೆ ಬೀಪ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಇವರು, ಏನ್ ಆನಿವರ್ಸರಿ ಗಿಫ್ಟ್ ಇವ್ರದ್ದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಈ ತರದೆಲ್ಲ ಭಯಂಕರ ಯೋಚನೆಗಳು ಬರ್ತವೆ. ದೆನ್ they will come to my house and interrogate, ಯಾಕೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ? ಓ, ನಾನು ಆನಿವರ್ಸರಿ ಏನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಲ್ಲ, ಮುಂಚೆ ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದ ರೆಂಟಲ್ ಇನ್ಕಮು? ಓ, ವಿಜೇಂದ್ರ ಶಾನ್ಭಾಗ್ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ರು, ಈಗ ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ವ? ಹಾ, ಪಕ್ಕ ನೀವು ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅವಾಯ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ದೆನ್ ಇನ್ ಸಚ್ ಕೇಸಸ್ ಅಸೆಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫೀಸರ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮಿಂದ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆ 2.5 lakh ಹೌಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಏನೇನೋ ಅದ್ರ ಏನ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಕಟ್ಟಬೇಕು ಅದ್ರ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ಲಿ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ವೇಟ್ till the next assessment year. Let us say I transfer the property in the previous year 1920, I have to pay, or the assessment officer will collect the tax from me in the same previous year, and he will not wait till the assessment year, because there is an exception to the general rule. The exception is income of persons or persons likely to transfer property to avoid tax. Why did I transfer the property? To avoid tax. Did you understand this example, guys? Reply karo beta. Am I going too fast? Okay, tell me one thing clearly. Is English combined with Hindi fine for you, or should I be using more and more of Kannada also? All fine? No problem with the language, right? Okay. Now, let us move to the third exception. Okay, let us move to the third exception. Income of persons leaving India either permanently or for long duration. Okay, इसको एक एग्जाम्पल के साथ समझ लेते हैं. Okay, now there is a person called Nikita. Okay, Nikita is working for a company called Microsoft Corporation. Microsoft Corporation नाम सुना है क्या बेटा? All this, Word, PowerPoint, everything is Windows software, all this provided by Microsoft. बेंगलुरु में एक बड़ा कैंपस है. Nikita joined on 1st April 2019 Microsoft Corporation. She was receiving a huge salary of 1 crore rupees. Okay, annual salary of 1 crore rupees. She's very bright, talented. Okay. Now, she received salary monthly basis. Will she be paying the tax immediately? No, she will wait till the next assessment year. 1st April 2020 ತನಕ ಅವರು wait ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ to pay the tax. But what happened? Suddenly in the month of October, the current CEO of Microsoft, Satya Nadella, he came across Nikita in Bangalore campus, and he was so impressed with the work style of Nikita, and he asked Nikita to shift to the head office of Microsoft, which is in United States of America. Okay, USA में Microsoft का head office है भाई. Now Satya Nadella went to Donald Trump also. Okay, and he told, अरे भाई Donald Trump, Donald भैया, देखो, obviously he will not be talking in Hindi. Okay, it's English like full proper US accent, but which you and me may not be able to understand. So now he told like, brother Donald Trump, see, there is a bright talent in India called as Nikita. Okay, and if I get her to Microsoft head office, she can train all my other employees, and she can make Microsoft another super unicorn company, or she can double her turnover. अरे भाई मुझसे क्या चाहिए, तू ले लेना निकिता को. No, 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 no. I want Nikita to permanently stay in United States of America so that she doesn't move back to India. And Donald Trump says agreed. ये ले citizenship भी दे देता हूँ किसको, निकिता को. So now Nikita got citizenship from USA. Okay, obviously he has to forego the citizenship of India. Nikita also will be happy. अरे भाई US में आराम से मस्त life, like New York City, I can go and dance there, like that she's thinking. And now she decided, like in the month of October, she will move to USA permanently, and she will be from November onward, she will be the citizen of USA and not India. Now tell me, previous year 1st April 2019 to 31st March 2020, Nikita will be citizen of two countries. 1st April to October, she will be Indian citizen, and 1st November to 31st March, she will be US citizen. And in October, she left India permanently. And check the source of income. For first 6 months, she will be earning income in India. And for the next 6 months, she will be earning income from USA. Correct, right? Now, whatever income she earned in India, should she pay any tax? Yes, she has to pay tax. But general rule क्या है बेटा? She has to wait till 1st April 2020. If government waits till 1st April 2020, tell me whether Nikita will come back to India and pay the tax honestly? No, 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 no. Arey bhai, now I'm the US citizen. How can they file a case on me? Like that she will think. क्या कर लोगे? I'll not pay. He will be around sitting in USA. And obviously, just to collect the 2 lakh, 3 lakh rupees, tax, if the government sends the income tax order to USA, their cost will be more than the tax amount. Okay, so government will not do that. To avoid these kind of scenarios, the moment persons like Nikita who are leaving India permanently, okay, in such cases, she has to pay tax in the previous year only. April 2019 to October ತನಕ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಅರ್ನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಅಕ್ಟೋಬರ್ ಮಂತ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, then you move to USA. For Nikita now, the general rule of assessment year and previous year is not applicable. Or if Nikita is leaving for a long duration, that it means for more than 1 year, if she visa ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಟ್ಲ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ. If it's more than 1 or 2 years, in that case also they have to pay the tax first and then move abroad, because you may not come back in the assessment year and pay the tax for previous year. Is this clear, guys? The third exception. Clear? So what is the third exception? Income of persons leaving India either permanently or for long duration. Super. Now, income of AOP or BOI, association of persons or body of individuals formed for a short duration. Okay. एक example के साथ समझ लेते हैं बेटा. Now, there is one student called Lavanya Rao and there is another student called Ganami Acharya. Both of them came together and formed one joint venture. So what is joint venture? You already studied in your PUC or in your first year. You already studied a concept called joint venture. And this joint venture is an example for your body of individuals. They formed a joint venture, and the tenure of the joint venture was only 2 months. Okay. Purpose of joint venture क्या था भाई? Joint venture में they will be importing laptops from China because laptop price ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಪಟ್ಟೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ. ಅವ್ರದ್ದೇನೋ ಒಂದು ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಚೈನಾದಿಂದ ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್ ತಗೋ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಪಟ್ಟೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾರ್ಬಿಟ್ ಪ್ರೈಸ್ಗೆ ಉಡುಪಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ. Their intention is to make a good profit, but their intention is to only 2 months. 2 months ಈಗ ನಾವು ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್ ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ ವೆಂಚರ್ ಎಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡ್ತೇವೆ. Let us say they started on 1st April 2019. The joint venture will come to an end on 30th May 2019. Did they make any profit? Yes. Under which head it will be classified? PGPP, or profits or gains from business or profession. Should they pay tax? Yes. Let us say the total income was 50-60 lakhs ಅವರು earn ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಈಗ if the government waits till 1st April 2020, that is assessment year ತನಕ wait ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, are these people honest enough to pay tax at that time? No. If government comes back, they will say, "अरे भाई joint venture है ही नहीं, कौन सा joint venture refer कर रहे हो भाई? Which joint venture?" That's very innocent, correct? So if you are having any associate, even a cooperative society formed for a short duration, that is basically less than 1 year ಗೆ ನೀವೇನೇ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಸಹಿತ, at that particular time, whatever income you earn on that, you have to pay tax in the previous year only, and you cannot wait till assessment year because of the simple logic that since it is shorter duration, the entity may not exist in the assessment year, so government collects tax instantly. Did you understand the fourth exception, guys? अरे भाई समझ में आ गया क्या? नहीं समझ में आया? Now clear? Super. Now income, fifth exception. Okay, income of non-resident from shipping business. Okay, अरे भाई shipping business नाम सुना है क्या? Hey, have you seen this Mangaluru port, Mangaluru Bandaru, the new Mangaluru Port Limited NMP ಎಲ್ಲ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಡಗೆಲ್ಲ ನಿಲ್ಸಿರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ದೊಡ್ಡ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಹಡಗು ನಿಲ್ಸಿರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಗೂಡ್ಸನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ನಾನ್ ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಒಂದು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಇದೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ, ರೆಸಿಡೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡುವ. ನಾವು ಆಸ್ ಆಫ್ ನೌ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ನಾನ್ ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಫಾರಿನ್ ಎಂಟಿಟಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಒಂದು ಥಿಂಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಅಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಫಾರಿನ್ ಕಾ ಶಿಪ್ಪಿಂಗ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಇಂಡಿಯಾ. ಓಕೆ, ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಸೇ there is one shipping business called as ಯಾರ್ದೊಂದು ಹೆಸರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ, ಗಾನವಿ ಆಚಾರ್ಯ ಶಿಪ್ಪಿಂಗ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಇದೆ, ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಅಂಡ್ ದ ಒರಿಜಿನಲಿ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ಕಾರ್ಪೊರೇಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ಆಸ್ಟ್ರೇಲಿಯಾ, ಅಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಸಮ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಸ್ಟ್ರೇಲಿಯಾದಿಂದ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಸೇ ಫುಲ್ ಕ್ರಿಕೆಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಟ್ ಗಳನ್ನು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮ್ಯಾನುಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಚರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಕ್ರಿಕೆಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಟ್ ಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ತುಂಬಿಕೊಂಡು ಒಂದು ಶಿಪ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ದ ಶಿಪ್ ಕೇಮ್ ಟು ಮಂಗಳೂರು ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು 2-3 ದಿನ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಅಂಡ್ ಸಡನ್ಲಿ even I have produced some cashew nuts. Okay, ತುಂಬಾ ಒಂದು ಲೋಡ್ cashew nuts ಇದೆ, and these cashew nuts I want to send it to Kolkata. Okay, and I am choosing the sea water route. What I will do, I checked with everyone. When I checked with all other shipping business, that ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ busy ಇದ್ದೇವೆ ಈಗ ಕಳಿಸ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. So what I told, ಅರೆ ಭಾई Ganavi Acharya, your shipping business, anyway you came from Australia, and if you have some time, could you please take my goods from Mangaluru and drop it in, Kolkata harbor? She said yes. Okay. And my goods are carried from Mangaluru to Kolkata in a ship now. Will she do it free of cost for me? No, right? She will charge something, correct? Right? Where exactly is Ganami Acharya earning some income from me now? Yes. The shipping charges, whatever I am paying to Ganami Acharya, it is taxed under head PGPP, correct? Right? Did Ganami Acharya earn some income? Yes. In India? Yes. Should she pay tax? Yes. But from Kolkata, she will directly move to Australia back. Now, if at all this transaction happened somewhere in 1st April 2019, generally what happens? She should pay on 1st April 2020. But in this case, what happens? If the government waits till 1st April 2020, Ranami Acharya, where is she? She is in Australia, man. Can government go till Australia? Arey bhai, once upon a time, Mr. Vijendra Shanbhag shipped some goods in your ship. You earn some income, pay tax. Illa. Impossible. It is very difficult. That's why if you're a non-resident shipping business, okay, earning some income in India, then assessment year previous year ka concept is not applicable for you. Whatever income you earned in the previous year itself, you have to pay tax for the same in the previous year only. You cannot wait till assessment year. Is the fifth exception clear for you? Okay. Now, sir, how to remember this in exam? Okay, this is very important. 4 mark के लिए आता है. Okay. Now, DT you have, right? Direct tax, DT. LAN सुना है क्या? Local area network. अरे भाई वो केबल आता है ना, अरे your desktop PC and you connect LAN cable. Okay. So DT LAN ಈ ತರ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಏನು ಹೇಳಿ? DT LAN. D means what? Discontinued business. T means what? Transfer of property. I have highlighted in red colors. Can you see that? T means transfer of property to avoid tax. L means leaving India either permanently or for long duration. A for AOP or BOI form for a short duration. N for non-resident shipping business. Did you understand? Just how do you remember? DT LAN. Okay, discontinued business, transfer of property, leaving India either permanently or for long duration, AOP BOI for a short duration, non-resident shipping business. Okay, so 4 mark के लिए क्या क्वेश्चन आता है बेटा? Define assessment year and previous year and mention the general rule of assessment in a previous year. Also bring out the exceptions to this rule. So what you are going to write as answer? Repeat with me. Okay. Assessment year. You will write there. Which section defines the assessment year? Section 2, clause 9 defines assessment year. Assessment year means the period of 12 months commencing on 1st April every year. In bracket, you have to write the period beginning on 1st April of 1 year and ending on 31st March of the next year. Then next line you have to write previous year. Previous year is financial year immediately preceding the assessment year. Okay, financial year matlab again here 1st April to 31st March, which is preceding the assessment year. Then you will write the general rule. General rule kya hai beta? Income of the previous year of an assessee or a person is taxed. Who is an assessee? It's a big definition. Tomorrow I'll be explaining it. Now, income of an assessee is taxed during the following assessment year at the rates prescribed by the relevant Finance Act. General rule kya hai bolo? Income of the previous year of an assessee or a person is taxed during the following assessment year, not in the previous year, but in the following assessment year at the rates prescribed by the relevant Finance Act or the relevant budget. Okay. Then you write the example. What example you will write? Assessment year 1st April 2022, 31st March 2021. Corresponding previous year 1st April 2019 to 31st March 2020. Then you will write exceptions to the above mentioned general rule. And there you will write this DT LAN. What is DT LAN? Income of discontinued business, income of persons likely to transfer property to avoid tax, income of persons leaving India either permanently or for longer duration, income of an AOP BOI form for shorter duration, income of non-resident shipping business. Can you remember this for exam? Did you understand the concepts with logic? Why these exceptions? Why the general rule? All these things. Batao beta. Clear? Understood? Super. Any doubts so far? Any slide you didn't understand? Anything you want me to repeat? Hmm? No? Then, okay, super. Can we end the session, guys? Can we end? Super. Done. So thank you for the patient listening. And tomorrow onwards, yeah, come on. I want more interaction in the chat box. Just like how you do day and night, WhatsApp chatting with your boyfriend, girlfriend. Same way, just type here, no, your doubts. Yes, sir, no, sir, yes, sir, no, sir. That I'll come to know that at least students are understanding. Man. Okay. Otherwise, my assumption will be, oh, students are not answering. Then, Akshaya Pai. Sir, can you repeat fourth point? Income of AOP BOI formed for short duration. That one, right? Akshay, you are asking. The fourth exception. देखो AOP BOI के लिए examples है trusts, joint venture, cooperative society. Okay. Association of person is your cooperative society. Body of individuals is your trust. Now, these trusts or joint ventures or your cooperative societies can also be formed for a fixed tenure. Okay. Generally, cooperative societies or joint ventures are for infinite period. They don't mention that we are doing business for 1 year, 2 year. It is infinite. Okay. Now, if it is infinite, no problem. Whatever income you earn in the previous year, anyway, the entity will survive for the next assessment year and they can go and pay the tax. No problem at all. But if the entity is for a very short duration, let us say 2 months, 3 months and all, they will earn the income and after that they will disperse. Correct, right? 2, 3 trustees came together and formed the trust and they did some business or they earned some income. 2, 3 people came and formed a joint venture. They earned some income. Okay, one cooperative society selling some madkeno, on the sale madidro. They earned some income. And immediately after, once the tenure is over, they will disperse, right? They will close that entity. They may move to some other place. They may move to some other country altogether. Correct? So if government waits till the next assessment year, if the government waits till the next assessment year to collect tax from these people won't even be existing in India. Correct, right? So the cost of collection of tax from them will be much more. So what government says, if your association of persons or body of individuals, a joint venture, cooperative society or trust is formed for a short duration, less than 1 year, whatever income you earn, pay tax immediately in the previous year and we will not wait till next assessment year. Is the concept clear, Akshay Pai? Super. Any other doubt, guys? No doubt? Can we end the session? Done that. So thank you. Have a great day ahead and see you tomorrow with a lot more energy and I expect a lot more participation from you guys. I want you to ask many more doubts. Okay. Thanks a lot. See you.